What's happening out there in Vaporville? Rob here, Old City Vapor, with another video review. This time I'm going to talk about Fuzion Vapor. Talked to Shane a couple of times, the owner of Fuzion Vapor, back and forth, a couple emails. He invited me to come over, check out the new Fuzion Vapor headquarters. Like I say in my other video, I'm lucky enough to live, hop on 95, one exit 6 miles down, get right back off, and I can be to their front door from mine in 10-15 minutes, depending on traffic, at the most. Pretty cool to get, invited to come over, check out the place, kind of get the sneak peek, behind the scenes look, if you will, of the new Fuzion Vapor headquarters, pretty much. Haven't got the retail store open yet. They're working on it, and it's shaping up to be a really cool looking store for sure. I suggest anybody that doesn't live here, if you're traveling through Florida, St. Augustine, Jacksonville area, get off 95 right there at County Road 210 and stop by and pay them a visit. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. They've got just a killer array of flavors, juices. They'll have swag, stickers, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff, devices. Looks like it's going to be a really cool store for sure. I appreciate those guys having me out there, just to meet everybody and take a look. As I was there, I tried a half a dozen different juices. It's pretty cool because when I got there, Shane asked me, so what do you want to try? What have you tried? And I said, nothing. Haven't tried anything that you made yet, man. So, it was all going to be new to me for sure. Tried a lot of different juices, but I haven't tried Fuzion Vapor until recently. So, I named a couple things that I wanted to try, and they're over there, across the room in the lab area where they're, making up everything. And they'd make up a bottle, little 10 ml bottle, bring it over, set it on the desk where I was sitting, and I was literally vaping these juices, minutes after they're made, pretty much, or mixed or whatever. And that was pretty cool. That's about as fresh as you can get. Do you know when your juice was made? Yeah, I do, because I saw mine being made. One thing about their whole operation, it's first class. Everything's labeled, organized, everything's where it should be. Really nice, clean, well lit space where they're doing all the juices at. I've been in the industry of restaurants and kitchens and all. I used to work in a bakery, and we'd make bread and pastries and different stuff, and I'd deliver them to the health food store, the restaurants, kitchens here and there all over town, and some in Jacksonville. And I saw some pretty sketchy places, pretty sketchy kitchens. Fuzion Vapor, those guys have it going on. It's a really nice outfit they got there. Everything's nice, clean, all new. They're kicking it large. Anyways, first juice I'm going to talk about is Krankberry. Like I say, I tried like a half a dozen juices or so, and Shane told me, he's like, hey, I want your honest opinion. If you don't like something, tell me, whatever. And I try to make my reviews, pretty cut and dry. I like it. I don't like it. If I don't like it, here's what I don't like, whatever. So I was pretty impressed by trying 6 different flavors, 6 different juices. It's an absolute first time for me that I've tried that many juices in a row, and I've actually honestly liked every one of them. Usually I gotta try 6 to find one that I really like. That wasn't the case with the Fuzion Vapors. Every one I tried, which granted was only about 6 of them, there's a lot more, but of the ones that I tried, every one of them was a winner. Different levels of likeness, but none the same. I mean, they were all, I could vape every single one of them, not a problem at all. One of the ones that really kind of grabbed me the most was Krankberry. I've kind of been looking forward to trying it, read a lot about it, seen some reviews. Uh, you go to the Fuzion Vapor website, you see the review, not reviews, but the descriptions of the different flavors, and whoever's writing those things is they're pretty awesome. Kind of, you know, their whole array of flavors are kind of different than everybody else's, and got some pretty complex and pretty crazy stuff going on. And the same with the descriptions. The descriptions, they're pretty cool. Whoever's writing those, you're doing an awesome job. Anyway, the Krankberry, I get it, you know, they bring it over. And Shane warned me, he was like, you know, the Krankberry is usually best after it sits for 48 hours, you know, 2 days or so. So there may be a little weird taste going on since it's literally minutes old. So we put it in, we're using a ProVary with a HH357, dripped some in there. By the way, that HH357 is kick-ass. I have a few of those coming myself, and awesome atomizer. Expensive, $22 for an atomizer, but well worth it in my opinion. Anyway, take my first vape. And I was expecting this big monster, like, mouthful of flavor. And what I got was a pretty, I don't want to say muted, because there's definitely a lot of flavor there, but it wasn't this big punch in the head type of flavor, which is good because, you know, some of those juices are okay, but a little goes a long way. Whereas this flavor was a good, nice, you know, melding of whatever's in it that, I don't know, it really worked for me. So much to the point that I got a gallon jug of it. Just kidding. That's not really Krankberry, but I wish it was, because I like it that much. But I don't have my bottle with me today, because you can see I'm not in my normal place. I've got it in there. Don't know if you can really see that color, but it looks like this, which in a way kind of reminds me, the color of it kind of reminds me of that famous Heisenberg product, you know, Mr. White's ice, transparent ice blue. Anyways, the Krankberry won't get you all the problems that Mr. White got involved with. It's perfectly fine. But anyways, hate to compare it to that, but you know, I said I'm honest. I'm going to tell you what it reminds me of. The color reminded me of that. Anyway, the flavor is, you know, if you look at the description, it says it's kind of like the Razzles candy. I guess that's the candy that starts out as candy, kind of turns into gum or something, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, kind of like that. Kind of reminds me of a blue pop that you put in the freezer, you know, and you freeze them, take them out. They're in a plastic tube thing. You squeeze them out. Sort of like that. It definitely tastes, you know, kind of raspberry-ish. The description says raspberry and cranberry, and an infusion of some mystery thing going on there, which I have no idea what it is. I didn't ask him. He didn't tell me. I figured I'd try to kind of figure it out, and I really haven't. But what I do taste is the kind of raspberry-ish, maybe a little cranberry something. Both of those are kind of a tart berry, but yet sweet. So I definitely get sweet. Not a big, like throwing some sugar cubes in your mouth sweet. Just a good medium body sweetness to it. This stuff makes me smile a lot. On the exhale, I'm getting some sort of melon type flavor. I don't know, watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew. I don't know. may not even be melon. I have no idea. But it definitely keeps you coming back, keeps me coming back. Like I say, you know, if it came in a bottle that big, I might be tempted right now. Just kidding, it does come in a bottle that big. Go get you some. Anyway, I'm definitely going to be ordering more of the Krankberry. And I should say that some of the older versions of it had a coolant in it. Haven't tried it with the coolant, you know, but I'm assuming coolant being some sort of, you know, wintergreen, menthol, something like that from the reviews that I've seen. The new version doesn't have it in it. You can still get it added as an option. So what is that? What am I saying? I'm saying I'm going to have to order 2 bottles of Krankberry because I want to try it with the coolant in it too. This is a 65 VG 35 PG mix. I got mine in a 6 milligram nicotine. That's the other thing. I've got several other liquids that are in a 6. If you've seen my other videos, you know I'm the 0 to 6 guy. I don't really like a big kick and throat hit. Don't require a whole lot of nicotine, but I do get some stuff in 6. I even have some in 12. But I did notice that this has a pretty hefty throat hit for a 6 for me, more so than some of the other 6s that I have from different juice makers. So it's a pretty decent throat hit for sure. So I can imagine in a 12 or 18 or 24 or something, it would probably knock my socks off, which probably wouldn't be a good thing because I'm at work right now and I'm pretty sure my socks stink. But this stuff smells really good. Vaping it out of a iTaste MVP version 2, and I've tried it, like I say, at Fuzion Vapor. I tried it on a ProVary with the HH357. I've used the MVP. The other night I spent probably a good 2 hours or so with a K101 and IGO W, just dripping it in that. Finally figured out how to build a coil. I'm total noob to the whole rebuildable thing. So didn't really know what the hell I was doing, but I figured it out by watching a lot of YouTube videos and talking to my buddy Robert, who I met on YouTube. Had a epic long phone conversation with him the other day. Robert Ellis. Check his videos out, and definitely thanks for the tips on everything, Robert. Haven't improved my lighting yet, but I'm using Mother Nature's lighting today, so that's got to be an improvement over what I had. Anyway, yeah, definitely check out his videos. But I spent a couple hours with the IGO W on the K101, dripping that, and I've also used it on my wife's eVic with a Kanger Mini Pro Tank 2. So this is what I'm getting at, is I've tried this juice in several different devices, 4 or 5, also on an Ego battery in a iClear. So 5 different devices, and it's been good in every one. Varies a little bit. I noticed Krankberry seems to, I like it better on a little bit lower voltage setting than normally. Normally I'm vaping at like 4.4, 4.5 volts, which is, it's good there. But I notice if I bump it down just a little bit, around 3.8 or 4, it seems to even get a little bit more sweetness, a little cooler vape, but a little more sweetness to it, which is good. So anyways, like I say, I give it a definite thumbs up too. If I had more thumbs, I'd give it all that. But definitely good. If you haven't tried it, check it out. All the flavors that I've tried, like I say, I was totally blown away that I liked all the ones that I tried. That's definitely a first. I kept thinking, you know, this next one I'm gonna be like, not really for me. But it's been a really good experience so far with Fuzion Vapor for sure. Like I say, as soon as they get the store open, you definitely want to check that out. Check out the website. I'll put links below. And once again, I want to thank those guys for having me over there and just being cool, showing me everything, seeing how it's all done, and trying the juice, man. For sure, I think I'm going to be a pretty loyal customer. Big old bottles. I'm gonna have to get me some. Okay, I'm over exaggerating a little bit there, but hey, I just saw it sitting here, and it could be Krankberry in there. You never know. Shane wasn't looking, and I just kind of out the back door. Nah, just kidding. Wait a minute. You know how I said this stuff makes me smile? And it keeps drawing me back to it. I keep wanting more. Maybe this is the Heisenberg product in liquid form. Is it, Shane? Is it?